Hi friends, myself Dhruv Patel. I am here again with another lecture and with a new topic. So I hope you are enjoying all my videos and you are enjoying my study and my method of teaching. If you have any doubt regarding my teaching skill, you can comment me so that I can change my skill. And if you are enjoying my channel, then please subscribe it. Okay, so today we will learn about the new topic is D D R C S. So what is DRCS? So DRCS means D stands to design, reinforced, concrete structures. Design reinforced concrete structure. DRCS means how we are designing our building, how we are doing our, how we are constructing the building or any mall or any type of structure which we will study in this topic. DRCS, design reinforced concrete structure. The design is to be done by reinforced concrete. That's why it is known as design reinforced concrete structure. There are two types of structure like design in steel structure and design in reinforced concrete structure. So, what is the design process? We have done design steel structure in further videos, in previous videos. What is the designing process? First of all, let me make you understand that what is the designing process, that how the process is come in the mind that I want to design this. Okay, so first topic is introduction to structural design. Okay, introduction to structural design. So, uh, likewise, I am sitting in a balcony in a chair. My legs are on the grill of the balcony and like resting like that and thinking about something. I am a civil engineer, so I will dream about that. Why, why can't I make my own house? Why can't I make a structure which has a beautiful gallery, which has a better living room, which has a good ventilation, good lighting effects, new innovative design? This happen all with us. We all dream like that my house will be like that one day, that I will make this building one day. I will make a nice innovative design of the structure that no one have ever designed. This all ideas comes in our mind, but how we need to put this in the process? This is the challenging for the structural designer. Okay, so suppose assume that you are a big construction company, that you are constructing various societies, various tall buildings and various project you are running. At that time you are sitting in the office, and your client comes to meet you. Okay, at that time client sit here and say, yeah, I want to make a unique building which has swimming pool in it, which has swimming pool in it at the first floor. Now imagine that, seriously, a swimming pool at the first floor? And yeah, he also says that I don't want any column under it. That's a big question. No column. And you want a swimming pool at the first floor. And he will say that I will give you the money whatever you want. But please make me like that building that has a swimming pool on the first floor. At that time we take a deep breath. Hey God, please explain him how it is possible that you want a swimming pool and no column under it. Yeah, we all get clients like that. That they haven't knowledge about anything. That, hey client, this is not a game. This is to construct a building, and it's a life. You are in it. It's the question of the life. If it will be collapsed, then you will come here and try to kill. So that's a. This is the one example. There are several or many more examples about like this. So the design process is that we need to fulfill the requirement of functional. We need to fulfill the functional requirements. We need to fulfill the functional requirements. The idea comes in our mind is one type of functional view. Functional requirement. Now, how can we forget the architecture engineer? Okay, is the most arguing person to the structural engineer. They both are opposite to each other. Okay, so we also need to fulfill the architectural requirements. So the main motto of designing is to fulfill the requirements of client as well as architectural engineer, and also need to kept in mind that how we make the building so strong, safe and economical. Economic also. We have to keep three things in mind. The strength of the structure should be more. It should be strong enough to resist all the loads and forces and moments occurs on it during its life period, and to make it economic also. This all is the process of design. So first of all, the process will start with a imaginary view, and after that, that imagination will be drawn in a chart paper or on a drawing paper or on a drawing sheet or in a software. It's known as planning. It's known as planning. Okay, means planning is like AutoCAD view. It's one type of planning. Okay, after that, the planning is done, and after that, the designing process is start. The base will be a planning. Okay, so I hope you all understand the process of design, introduction to structure design, and planning. And then planning, we need to design it as per planning, as per planning of architecture, okay, or client, okay. So how is going to be done? That all we will study in this DRCS, design reinforced concrete structure, okay. So first of all, that you have understand structure design. So by this, we can say that the design has two parts. The design has two parts. First one is functional design. And second one is structural design. First one is functional design and second one is structural design. So these both are important for a client. The client will only see this portion, but the structural engineer has to see both functional view also and the structural design also. So what we need to take care in functional design? Okay, functional design, it means that the construction of the structure should be well should be a good view in the interior, internally, as well as externally. Means the functional view is like that. We are sitting in a room and we are saying that wow, what a view. And say we are sitting in the garden and seeing our house and wow, what a view. So the structure should be well enough internally as well as externally. So in functional architectural view, manage both internally and externally. So for making a good view, we need to set up criteria. The criteria like proper arrangements of rooms. Proper arrangements of rooms means we need to arrange our rooms properly, or properly in a functional way means it's only imaginary. Okay, that like I have said, swimming pool. That's like that. Some clients says I want to make a drawing room very vast, but they don't know about the bylaws. They haven't knowledge about the bylaws. That hey client, this is not being done as per your requirements. We also need to focus on the building bylaws. They have given some dimensions of the room that it should not be less than this and it should not be greater than this. Okay, proper arrangements of room. Then A good ventilation means in functional design we also need to care about the good ventilation. If in our house the ventilation is not good, then we are unable to live in that house. We feel insecure in the house. Okay, so good ventilation. Then lighting, then acoustics. Okay, then mm, properly arrangement arrangements of water supply line. Water supply. So these are basic requirements that we all knew about, because we all have in the mind, but we haven't put it in the paper. Now we are showing that proper arrangements of rooms, good ventilation. This is the general needs. If we sit in the room and the lighting is not properly, then we feel bored and we feel very uh, confused and we feel very not well in that room. So we need lighting. Acoustics means external look. External look, that this type of balcony, this type of chacha, all these are external. Because nowadays the people needs to show off everything. People wish to show off everything. That come at our house and see how beautiful it is. Okay, so the main focus is on acoustics. Proper arrangement of water supply also. Okay, these all are the points we need to keep in mind. And after that, the architecture engineer comes in our way between client and us. Okay, so there is another job that architecture has to be to select the structural system, whether whether it will be load bearing structure, it will be frame structure, it will be uh, steel structure. These all things will be decided by the architecture in this process. That load bearing means the beam column, that frame structure also means in load bearing the wall also being there, and frame structure beam column slab. In steel structure, the all the members are of steel. This is the job of the architectural engineer to select that whether it will be load bearing. And yeah, another job of architecture engineer is to select the material. Select the material which will be used, which we are going to be used. Means like we are going to use bricks or cement blocks or fly ash bricks. Okay, either we are using precast elements or post elements, or we are doing pre-stress or post tensioning. That all will be decided by the architecture as an imaginary view. Okay, as an exterior look view, not by the properties. By the properties, it's the job of structural engineer only. So I hope you understand the functional design. Okay, functional design means an exterior and interior, most probably a look-wise design. Okay, and now coming to the another design is structural. So, what is structural design? What is structural design? Structural design is an art and science of understanding the structural behavior of the structural elements, okay, which are resisting the loads and moments and shear force occurs on it during its life period. Okay, so focus on the behavior of structural elements. The behavior of structural elements. Okay, check. Subjected to loops, moments, shear during intended to life period, which is intended to life period. Okay, and another motto of structure design is to make structure strong enough to resist this. To resist this life period load, moments, and shear. Okay, and also we structure engineer has to kept in mind the structure should be economic. Okay, and yeah, and to fulfill all the requirements of the client, or architectural engineer or architectural lab. So the great job has structural. The challenging job is of structural engineer because we need to fulfill the requirement of client, which is sometimes unacceptable and which is sometimes impossible to design. But still structural engineer make a way to design any type of building. Okay, any type of design. So the principle of structural building is, so what's the structure design is look like? What it is made up of? So suppose this is one type of structure. Okay. So this is the structure of it. This one is slab. Okay. This one is beam. This one is column. This one is footing. And this is soil strata. So these are all the elements of structure: slab, beam, column, footing, and soil strata. Together they make a structure. Combining them, they make a structure. So the principle of slab is to cover large area. Here I missed something. Wait, I make it. I missed that the sum of this portion, like I missed this. Here it is column. Hey, this wall. Okay, this is one type of load bearing structure. It is consists of slab, column, beam, footing, wall, and soil strata. The slab principle of slab is to cover the large area as much as possible. The principle of beam is to support slab as well as wall. The principle of column is to transfer the load of whole structure to the footing. And the principle of footing is to transfer the load to the soil strata. So the heavy element will be footing, after that column, after that beam, and after the slab. So the load are transferred like this. The slab transfer is half load to the beam, and the beam transfer is half load to the column, and the column transfer this load to the footing, and footing transfer to the soil strata. Means slab to beam, beam to column, and column to footing. Okay, the walls didn't carry any type of load. It is only used as a privacy member. So I hope you all understand about the introduction to structure design. Okay, so further we will study the next topic in next lecture. If you haven't understand, then please comment me. I will explain you more. And if you want a notes in a PDF form, then please WhatsApp me on my number which I will show in this video. Okay, bye bye.